Hello, good evening, welcome. It's Thursday night. I'm back again. I know I was going a couple of times a month, but with the current, everything on fire, chocolate velociraptor stuff going on, I figured why not do every week, at least for a few weeks. So we'll see how it goes. As ever, it's not an evening with everyone at the moment. It's just the gang and patrons. So joining me this evening, I do have Jerry. He was there, then he's gone away a bit. I'll see if he's still there. I'll bring him in. He's back. Yes, there
Hello.
he is. Good evening and welcome.
You'll have to excuse me if this is a bit echoey. I can't. I've been actually tidying up the office with all the stuff, and I've lost my audio cable.
I was hoping I'd be able to see it hanging up behind you there, but I can't. But not a problem. It sounds fine to me. So if everybody complains, then we'll see what happens. But let's just have a look through the chat. We have Lockdat, a name I haven't seen before. Saying, wait, what's this? I'm assuming they're still around because they haven't posted anything else since. But if you're new to this, this is just me and a few guys hanging out and chatting and shooting the breeze, as it were. Not anything deep or meaningful or even particularly model making related. Although this is my model making channel. But, there we go. Pascal's also here, saying hello to everybody. Dad must have been in there as well. I'm assuming Pascal was there, last week. But yeah, there we go. Then Candygram comes in saying hello to everybody. Lord Barkley is also around. There you go. Then Dad's there. Then I'm there. Then Eric comes in. Eric, everybody. Quadoman. Pascal's asking hi to everybody, saying hi to everybody he missed. It would have been airbrushing, but yeah, everybody, just everybody. Yeah. Raging Basis about saying alright, dudes. Eric's asking, anybody want to start taking bets on how quick Chris can get in trouble tonight? I haven't yet, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get away with it tonight, but we'll find out. Raging Basis says I'm in a constant state of trouble. Maybe a small degree of trouble at all times, but yeah. Of course, we do have... Yeah. There we go. Eric, Skullfish. Raging Basis, Skullfish. Raging Basis, Skullfish. Raging Basis, Skullfish. Me, Raging Basis, Eric. There we go. Eric says, watching Chris's live streams is sort of like watching Fox fold a grocery bag. You don't understand what the guy's doing, and you don't understand why you're watching it. Yeah, you also missed out. You don't understand why the guy's doing it, because nobody knows much about why that's going on.
Yeah, that one did confuse me a little bit, but
yeah, it was very strange. It came up on my wife Gemma had mentioned something about someone folding a bag, and I just figured she'd seen some random thing about it, and then it popped up on my Facebook about or YouTube notification of Fox putting up a post about folding a plastic bag. So I watched it and then said, oh look, Fox has done it. She said, yeah, it was Fox I watched earlier. It's like, well, it only says it's gone up like 2 minutes ago and you told me about it hours ago. So I don't know, she's got some sort of future phone that she gets notified things before I do. Chronoman's just finished the latest Terminator delivery. The hip joint was very satisfying. It was. I've got it. Look, bits of Terminator behind me because he's getting a bit too big to put away now. Yes. Eric says like and subscribe. Pretty sure you're already subscribed or you're watching it.
Isn't it?
Sorry?
When it's could be a good meter and a half tall.
It's half scale, so probably about a meter.
Scale.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably going to be about 3 foot tall.
Lovely things where you find it hard to find places for them to live.
Well, he's going to stand up, so it's not going to take up a large area. But yeah, laying him down is a problem at the moment. Everyone's in there. Mick Whelan's in the chat. He was talking about the Terminator. He was building the Terminator. I had a question about it, but he was talking about. I think. Let me hang about. Let me change the view to that one. Actually, let me change it to just me briefly, and then get rid of the comment, and we'll have a look. I think he's been talking about this bit. The plate on the outside apparently is loose for a few people. It's not for me. I mean, the leg moves. Where are we? There you go. It does move. Well, it used to move. It moved a minute ago. Hang about. Maybe I've tightened it up too much. Oh. That's very strange. It was moving before I tightened it all up, but maybe I've tightened it too much. Maybe I have to loosen that a little bit. But it was definitely moving. It might be one of those bits that you tighten down to stop it moving and then have to loosen it to move. But if you tighten it down, there's nothing loose in there at all. As you can just demonstrated, it's not loose, it's too tight. But yeah, if that was the bit you were talking about, then I don't know. I've not had that problem, so don't know. Let's continue on and see what else has been going on in the chat, and then we'll get to what's been going on in life.
You're saying no, the inside, the inner piece of the top of the leg, apparently.
Yeah, I think. Swigging Pig says evening all. Quite man needs to put his 200 back in the cupboard. He keeps grinning at me like he knows my fate. Shane's about. Good evening, Chris, Gemma, and everyone. Hope you're all safe and well. Indeed, we are. Hope everybody else is as well, obviously. Just applauding the NHS. Yeah, I do applaud the NHS, but not live tonight because I did it last week live on the telly. But yeah, they're certainly doing a good job and much appreciated. All you need is someone called Tom, and you'll have a full set on screen. Yeah, what gross models? Tom and Jerry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, the inside. Oh, right, I don't not that bit then. The inner piece on the top of the leg. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh. Inner piece on the top of the leg. Oh, so what? Not that. The pivot bit, because that I figured out is probably going to be okay because it's got to go at an angle like that. It's not going straight down. It's coming out to down here somewhere. So that tightens up and looks probably okay. I don't know which other bit. Ah, that bit there maybe. There's a little bit of wobble to that I didn't notice a minute ago. Don't know. It might be about how it's attached, or I've just wobbled that and it's got loose now. So I don't know. I shall have a look at it and see if I can figure out where the problem is or what the problem is. But that's the first time I've noticed it. So maybe I'm wobbling it around too much. I shouldn't be playing with it. So, Jerry, you're the only one joining me at the moment this evening. So, how's things for you?
Well, you've frozen a little bit on my screen, but then again, the network around here is getting a little bit hammered.
How's things in your neck of the woods?
It's not bad. Have I frozen?
No, you're still okay this end, but
no. You're still glitching a bit. No, it's fine. It's about to just not enjoying staying at home.
Yeah, I mean, luckily my kids are grown up, so that's not too much of a problem. And only one of them lives at home, so we're okay in that respect.
I have my little 5-year-old who is persistently bored and persistently wanting to see what we're doing. So you can't really get the. I actually have had the spray booth out a couple of times, and I have actually been spraying. So I'm actually quite happy about that. I've caught up on a little bit of spraying. I've been working on my Warhammer stuff. So,
yeah, I can imagine it would be quite difficult with a younger child in the house. Oh, that's quite nice. Hang about, I'll put you on big screen. I don't know what it is, some sort of space tank, but...
It's an Impulsor.
Oh, right.
It's new Space Marine transport. I've been magnetising everything on it. So, I can't see that. So.
All right, so you can swap out different armaments and things fall off. Yay!
Yeah, no, I forgot. I put everything in the back of it and then just stuck it at a downward angle.
That's quite cool. Yeah, I've got the Baneblade sitting next to me here actually. Oh, in 2 bits. I took the turret off to make ease of painting. I'll put myself on full screen. Why not? While we're here. Yeah, obviously I'd finished all the digital camo painting. I'm adding metallic bits here and there and that to all of it. That's the other bit. Doing some, bits on the back and just sort of picking out bits of detail here and there. Obviously the gold bits on the Aquila and things like that. Just to make it a bit more realistic, I've attached the final bits, the ladder and the cover there. Still a few more passes to go around and just sort of figure out. Indeed, I've done the barrels on these, but I just noticed that I've forgotten the barrel on that one. So yeah, there's going to be a few passes with different metallics just to go through and not so much tidy it up, but more make it look a bit more not used. But you don't just have everything sprayed in camo, do you? There are still metal bits here and there that need picking out. So I'm doing that. Eric says, "Is Chris holding something?" I can't tell. If I was wearing the orange t-shirt, then you wouldn't be able to tell. But yeah. Mark says, "That's the piece. I've glued it now." Yeah, that might be the option. I'll have to have a investigate and find out what's going on with that. Nice tank, he says. Thank you very much.
I was surprised that actually there wouldn't be a queue tonight because considering that everyone's stuck at home, everyone should really have time.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, obviously, us in doing this hobby type thing, being at home, being indoors, is not too much of a hardship. It's difficult, but not impossible. If people are more outdoorsy type people, then I can understand them getting a bit more angsty. But
yeah,
you know, I saw a thing on Facebook earlier on that I can't remember who it was now. Someone that was like a political prisoner for 1,000 days or something. He said it's not that you're being kept at home, it's that you're staying safe at home. If you change your outlook on the way it is, rather than they're not letting me out, it's like I'm staying home to protect myself and others. If you think about it in a different way, it makes it easier for you, basically.
Nah.
So yeah, my wife is downstairs watching. Hello. And everyone's saying hello to everybody. Oh, Phil's just come in as well. I don't think that's actually a picture of Phil. I think that might be one of Phil's cats. It's hard to tell, but like I don't think that's actually Quano Man. I'm pretty sure it doesn't look much like that. He's taller. Yeah. So it's gone from last week when there were too many people in to keep track of everybody, and I dropped myself out to just. I thought it was just me until I went live, and then you came along and joined. So, thank you for that.
Oh, that's okay.
You never know. Someone else might pop in at some point during the day. I know a few other people have got things going on and stuff, so I'm not expecting hundreds of people to turn up. But Milo looks better than me, says Phil. I'm assuming that's Milo. I don't know. And of course, hi Gemma Williams from Skullfish. Oh, I almost said it. I'm going to not say it. Skullfish. There we go. Raging Basis says hi as well. Right. Yeah, I got the group to go through the pictures of momentarily. We'll have a look through that. That kills another 10 minutes, doesn't it? So.
I know. I've been meaning to post some pictures up a bit because I've actually been working on stuff, but I just haven't had a chance. And I'm not going to go up and grab my phone quickly and do it now.
You can do it. It won't bother me if you want to, but if you don't want to, there's more for next week if you don't. So yeah. Grandman says it totally is me. I may have done a teeny photo edit though. Is that? I know it's not the mask because I know you've got one of the masks because I've seen you wear it. It's probably the purple. Is it? You haven't got the purple? Yeah. Probably is. Right. Might as well have a look at the group anyway. Then if we go and have a look at the pictures of the group, then if we do a short, if it's just the two of us, we'll just do a short stream tonight anyway. So
give me a chance to finish off my dinner while that's happening.
Oh well, by all means, yes. Don't let me stop you doing that. I shall bring up the pictures. I've already arranged it. I know it's terrible. I've pre-sorted the pictures of the group and made them the right one to start off with. This is the first one that we didn't do last time. You didn't. I was going to say you're still on camera. You're still on camera a little bit, but you just turned it off. So. Yes, this is Frankie. Frankie Goes to Hobbywoods Endeavour. He's finished it now, and it's all looking good. Then we have Eric. Tiny trees. I'm not sure what they're for or anything else. I can't tell you anything more than that. I don't know. Sometimes if there's comments, it puts them up. Sometimes it doesn't. If there's like a photo album or anything like that comes up, for some reason it doesn't give me much information about it, but it's there. That must be before and after. So that was actual trees that he's plucked out of the garden. and then he sprayed them all silver, by the looks of it. I'm assuming there's more painting going to be happening with that. Carl, Making Models, has finished Amusing Models FV215B 183 135th. It's hoping to do a video on Sunday. That should have been last Sunday, so there might be a video on Carl's channel on Making Models. I think we've got some more pictures of this coming up as well. I think he's done his proper background pictures. There we have Chronoman. Dan Overlord of the Chocolatey Nom Noms, apparently, yes. Yeah, I think he might have something wrong with his eyes as well, but I'm not entirely certain. There we go. This is Carl's selection of pictures of said tank. As you say, Making Models is where you want to go and look for the video of that. That's probably around there by now. But yeah, that looks nice. It's not heavily weathered or dirty, but just enough to make it look more real. Looking good. I'll be happy with that. Yeah, it looks nice. I'd weather it heavier than that, but that's probably just me. Or I'd probably think I'd weather it heavier than that, and then get to about there and stop, thinking that I've done more. Because I always...
Yeah, actually weathered that quite heavily, considering. If you actually look at the closer photos.
It is, but it's subtly done that it doesn't look heavy, if you know what I mean. It's difficult. I've always wondered about these... This is something to do with the barrel, isn't it? They put that up and put the barrel in it.
Transportation. It will raise up and lock the barrel in place.
Is that for
transport?
It's for transporting and stuff, so stop it bouncing around. Right. You can't do that when you want to use it, because you'd be stuck pointing in one direction.
It would also rip it off.
It's also possible, yes. Right, Adam has been painting. I don't know, it's a miniature, but I couldn't tell you any more than that.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons miniature, if I remember right from the original posting he posted up on the Boom Hut. Oh, excuse me.
Some sort of... I know he said something about he was going to do the eyes, and then he thought, no, I'm not going to bother trying. Eric's... Oh, this is the railway thing that was bricks last week, but it's obviously progressed further than that. This is where the trees are for. Looking good. And even better when it's got things on it.
Nice.
Right, Dan has been... he's been building the X01. I know the part work. So apparently it's not going to have a driver in it, but he's got a candidate ready for being a driver. So he's obviously been playing around with this in some sort of Blender 3D art manipulation thing, which I'm assuming is then going to be printed off. Tom, Star Wars Legion Landspeeder, freshly liberated for the Rebellion. It's very shiny. I like that. It's not right, but it's right. It's not in Star Wars universe lore because it's not dirty and messy. But I say, freshly liberated from a casino, it looks just right. It's nice and shiny. Not sure about the gun though.
That's the trouble. Everyone's used to the broken down Luke speeder.
Yes. Steve, as I think we saw this one before. I've got this one again. Unless there's something different about it that I missed, but it's his Dreadnought Stompy Walker thing mash up.
Legs of a Redemptor, top of a Sentinel, and arms of a Dreadnought as well.
I had no clue. Roger, I was doing the Falcon. He's not actually doing the Falcon, but he's done the Falcon. I think this was from the Star Destroyer. They give you a Falcon and a Corvette in scale for the Star Destroyer, which is like I think it's 144,000 to 1 or something. It's tiny. So yeah, that's a bit small. And this is the that's where I saw these before because Fox did it on his stream. I went through the Boom Hut. This is the Metal Earth thing, a folded metal plastic thing. Very impressive, very tiny. As I say, it's next to a 50p piece.
I've got a little Millennium Falcon one in the kitchen, and I've got a few stored over there, like an R2D2 and an Iron Man one. that I've never actually got around to doing.
Yeah, I did the Iron Man one. I've done the Falcon and loads of Star Wars ones. I got a third of the way through doing Bumblebee. It's up there. You see the packet of it is there, slightly sideways for some reason. I keep meaning to go back and do some more of it, but then I don't. So yeah, at some point I will do another quick live stream of folding some tiny metal bits. But I do like them; they're fun. They're sort of relaxing and a bit tense at the same time. It's very strange.
It depends on the one you're doing, because some of them can be really problematic, I've found.
Yeah, I mean this one he's got the curve just right.
Yeah,
it's very impressive the way he's got the curve done. So well done with that. I can't get curves that uniform.
the stuff like that, and when I did mine, I used a lot of my photo etch tools. So
Yeah, I have only done very, very minimal amount of photo etch. I don't usually do kits. I'm doing a lot of 144 kits. They don't generally come with photo etch because it would be non-existent. Yeah. But yeah, I've seen people have done. Actually, I've got a set of 3D print files for some tools for doing Metal Earth things. They're different size circles and cones and round bits and things for like moulding it around. But I just haven't got around to using them yet because I haven't been back and done any of the stuff yet. So David has been building a boat. Don't remember much about this, to be honest, but
was it not an RNL, whatever they call them, like the National Life Service one?
It looks that sort of thing, but it's not quite the same as the one that I did. But I don't know. Yeah, the problem with having the light behind it is the focus tends to go to the light rather than the model itself. You really want the light the same side as the camera. But yeah, Edward, for some reason, he's got an entire workshop of machine tools. It reminds me of being at school or watching Adam Savage in his workshop. It's just a strange mass of.
I'd love that. That's a milling machine.
Lathes and milling machines, and it's just
that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, apart from anything else, they're massively heavy.
I do have a drill press and a circular saw and everything, and it's all tucked under my desk at the moment.
Oh, this was 18 years ago. Went through some things and found pictures of his garage 18 years ago. So he hasn't necessarily got them out anymore. But yeah, we had a lathe just like that at school. I remember he used it many times. But yeah, we wouldn't have the room to have it at home, but anything else. Right, back to Adam's D&D thingy. Some sort of dragon warrior. It's good. He was talking about the edging. To try and get the edges done right. And they look okay to me. A bit of highlighting on there is fine. Dennis LD, D&D Lich Fiend or Lich Fiend I don't know. Ended up having to build a new staff because the original one was poop. So yeah, it doesn't look like you've built anything new on it. So you've done well with it. It looks like it belongs, so I'd go with that. Some nice shading on there as well. I like the book. And that's it. That's the last picture. So I shall stop sharing. I'll get rid of the window there. Bring us back. We have a visitor. I didn't even hear the little blip when he arrived. But we have Steve from Totally Scale Models has arrived. And good evening. Good welcome.
Hey, Steve.
You haven't been around for a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you. You?
Oh, good. You have a plane?
Yes.
That doesn't look like a Starship chip.
Looks like a Tomcat.
Hang about. I shall put you on the big screen so we can see.
It is a Tomcat. Cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just been painting today. Getting the two colours. Well, it's three colours actually. You've got one on the main cockpit area, top and then bottom. But I've made a mistake on the rear tailpipe wing. But yeah, coming along. It's Tamiya. So not too bad at all.
Nice. Does the job.
Sweet.
The comments I missed out while I was looking at the things. Spid says, for the record, I'm not napping. I'm cooking. Eric is talking about the plants. They're sedum plants that he turns into trees. I figured they weren't really trees, but they do the job, indeed. Basis says, I have the final version later with blood. There you go. It says, Chronoman says, now I'm Darth. I'm totally trying to use the Force mind trick to get Chris to say, yes, my lord. It's not, yes, my master. No, I don't do that. That's the new Ford. It says LD, he loves the new paint job. It's cool. It's 1/5000 scale blockade runner and Millennium Falcon. Okay, I figured it was a tiny scale, but yeah. Spid did the aluminum Falcon. Yeah, Spid did the Metal Earth Falcon. He did that on the live stream while I was building one Metal Earth thing. I did a Metal Earth live stream. I have to do another one at some point. And Spid tells me, it reminds me, I've got etch in the new car kit to do. I have the new kit I'm doing for E-models. The Benz Patent Motor Wagon has photo etch spokes for the wheels. It looks scary. I think Fox is going to actually watch that from behind his hands. Steve says hello.
Hello.
Dragonborn. It might have been. I don't know. It was a D&D miniature. You'd have to ask bassist. Oh, there he goes. And he says, Arkham the Cruel. And it did put text in when I posted pictures. I don't know what happened to it. It's Facebook. It's, what can you say?
Hit and miss sometimes with them.
Spid's asking you, Steve, is that a son? Your ego's right and checks your body can't cash plane. I don't know what that means, but is it from a film?
It's a reference to Top Gun. And
is it Top Gun? It sounds Top Gun-ish, but I don't remember the exact quote.
Yeah, it's one of the quotes by the other people.
Right.
So is it a Top Gun themed plane, or is it just a plane that happens to be the same?
It's just 14. It's their 14D, so one of the later ones. But yeah, but now I get the quote here. That's one of the commanders that says that to Tom Cruise. Isn't it?
Tom's asking, how's it going over there? It's going all right. I'm getting used to not going to work. That's the dangerous time.
Yeah, a few people have said that they'll get used to the not being at work, and then it'll be the reacclimation when you go back. That'll be a problem.
That's it. My boss phoned me today, and she goes, "Oh, how is it?" I said, "I'm bored." I said, "I've got loads of stuff to do, but I'm bored." But like, it's just not being at work, and it's a bit of a barrier for me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are working from home, but obviously that's not practical for some of us, or not possible for some of us, let alone practical. So yeah, it's been strange, and not knowing how long it's going to go on for is the strangest part, really. I know it's not the sort of thing that anyone can say it's going to be a month or 6 weeks or 3 weeks, or you just can't tell how long it's going to be. It's just a case of play it by ear and see how it goes. But that's the hardest bit for me, is that the distant goalpost that you can't actually see. You know is there somewhere, but yeah. So
goalpost, no one knows, do they? But I went outside just now a little while ago and did my clapping and banging the pans for the 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, we're still hopeful that it's the 3 weeks that they said, which we're basically halfway through now. So there's a chance that just after Easter, it will be okay. Shops can open. Just keep your distance from people, and life goes back edging its way into normal. But I doubt that it's going to happen. No. My prediction is that they're going to, at the end of the 3 weeks, when they say this is when we're going to review it, we've reviewed it, and it's going to be another 2 weeks, and then we'll review it.
Yeah, I mean they've just had a resurgence in Hong Kong, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, the thing is, that's the other. When they do say yes, it's over, I can just see everybody throwing open their doors, running into the street, hugging everybody, and that's just no.
Well, apparently, the new one they've got in Hong Kong is a little bit more resilient and stronger.
Good.
They've got. It's the downside of a lot of the countries locking down all the students and everyone have basically gone back to their countries and taken everything with them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the worry you're going to have when they sort of unlock everywhere, that people don't come back in and just start it back up again.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a global thing, and you can shut your country off and basically lock your doors and say, everybody out there, do as you like, but us in here, we're going to do this. But at some point, the doors are going to open again, and unless there's some sort of control or everybody solves it, then it's going to continue to a degree. So, you know.
Well, there's not going to be any vaccine anytime soon, is there? So.
Well, no, but even the normal flu thing, the flu vaccine doesn't work for most people anyway, and only covers a little bit, and then it mutates and becomes something different. So they're working all the time to get this vaccine working, but by the time it does, I don't think it's going to be as effective as it would have been a month ago anyway. So, you know. The Russian basis says it hit me bad on Monday. I was meant to be back at work after my week off, so it hit him like a ton of heavy things. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I wasn't meant to be off, so taking some time off and just, you know, seeing how it goes. But we're here for you. We're all here and doing the streams and doing a few streams in between. I've got another one tomorrow, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm going to do some more Lego. So if you want to hang around in the chat, then come and watch that.
Don't. I've got an entire loft full of Lego, and I don't have space to build it.
You only need a little place. It's only, you know.
I've got like 3 of the UCS kits up there that I just.
The UCS kits are a little bit bigger. Yeah, I haven't got one of them to do. I've got one more Lego kit I can see over there. It's only a tiny one to do tomorrow, and then I might see about picking another one up because it's going to be another week or two probably anyway. So we'll see. Yeah, as you say, you just got to keep going and do what you do. I've got the Bane Blade to do. I did. Fox did a Model Makers Boom Hut mod stream a couple of days ago. I don't remember exactly when it was because I've lost track of days already again. And I continued painting my Terminator bust. So I got the base skin colour down on that and did the hair. So I've got stuff to do. As well as that, obviously, so the Terminator part work I'm up to date with now. There's 3 more videos of that to come out over the next 3 days. So tomorrow morning there's another one, then Saturday, then Sunday morning there's the last one. I could always do the E-models build as well. I've got, you know, piles up and a big pile of stash over there. I've got a huge plane to do and lots of things. So I'm not short of stuff, but it's just, you know, don't cough, no coughing. We have to isolate you in your own little screen.
Because I'm scraping plastic.
We'll push you over to one side and just we'll go over this way and you can go over there. That looks good, Chris, says Eric. What was that, the bust? I don't do bust painting, but I picked that up at Telford a couple of years ago and eventually put in the silver skeleton bit and blood around it and things, and then I thought I'd better start doing the colour, so I did. Eric says the stay-at-home order here in Indiana is a joke. Looks like people are on a holiday. Yeah, we had that a bit here last week. It's not so bad at the moment, I don't think. I've been shopping a couple of times, and there's still some cars on the road, but not very many. And there's obviously people queuing up to get into the Tesco's and stuff like that, but all sensibly keeping distance and everything. And it doesn't seem to be the holiday atmosphere and things. But then again, I'm not going out to parks and things and seeing if people are there. But it's difficult. I mean, it isn't a holiday, but it sort of is as well. Because I can't go to work. I don't do a job that can be done from home or anything like that. So it is time off work. So technically it is a holiday, but it's not a go to the beach holiday. It's a stay-at-home holiday.
I'm saying it's a holiday, but I can't go picking that way.
No.
My wife won't let me out the front door.
Vasis says I'm going to start Drizzt later on, I think. Then my Scald, and then the Judge Dredd miniatures. See, the people have got stuff to do.
Yeah,
Always got stuff to do.
Full of stuff, but I could be doing. Just working on some of the GW stuff, trying to get some of that done.
Of course, Disney Plus launched as well, so I'd already subscribed to that before it all went crazy. And then, like the day of the lockdown, it launched. So I've been watching all the old, all the Avengers films, the Marvel films, and then I'll catch up on Mandalorian when there's more of it available to watch.
Are you watching the Marvel in correct order now?
The Marvel what?
All the Marvel films and TV series, are you watching them in the correct order from the beginning?
Yeah, I started with Iron Man, and I've worked my way through to that. Next up is one of the Avengers films, the Infinity War. So there's only four or five films to go. And you haven't watched it?
Never watched any of the Infinity War films at all.
You have to watch them in the overriding story. They are standalone, but they're not. But yeah.
What about the Shield?
What about
Shield? That's part of it, isn't it?
Shield?
Yeah, Shield.
Yeah. I've seen all of those up to date anyway. So yeah. Shane says that Dimwits across the road were washing their car and the neighbour was out chatting with them, not maintaining any distance. Yeah, it's difficult for people. They don't understand that if you've been at home for the last 10 days isolated in your house, as your neighbour, then you're all probably perfectly alright. But you don't know that they haven't gone out shopping the day before and picked it up then.
No, they probably know. It's like my neighbour across the road, her husband bought sickness, so he's going back down to his her sister's and decorating her house. It's like, hello?
No, you don't. No, just no. Phil's had to go. Sorry, need to go. Not a problem. Catch you later or whatever. No problem.
Bye.
Chronoman, I may be doing the T800 wrong. I build it as soon as it comes and then watches Chris's how-to vids. Mine aren't how-to vids. They're just videos of me doing it. I never say that I'm doing it right or better or anything, as envisaged by me just picking it up and finding a bit that was loose. Yeah, build it yourself and then do it just because you do it. And you might do it better than I've done it. If you do, let me know. Leave a comment on the video or give me a shout somewhere and tell me that I've done a bit wrong, by all means. Yeah, Phil's going good night. So, good night.
Right.
Good night.
Everyone's saying good night. So that's that. Yeah, so I've got to figure out why that bit's loose now. I think it's probably just not tightened up properly. But if other people have been having the problem, then it probably might be something more serious. I won't know until I get it apart. Sorry? On the Terminator, yeah, one of the legs, the leg that I've just attached is actually not attached very well. It's loose. It wasn't loose, but now it is. But I don't know. Someone else in the chat was having problems with it before, so.
Your hands, what are your hands like? Are they loose or not?
They're okay. I got I took the arm off. There's only one arm, and I took it off because I knew I was going to be building stuff to the rest of the body and didn't see the point in having the arm weighing it all down and propping around and getting damaged, so the arm was tucked away. I got the finger improvement adjustment things from them. They just sent, I contacted them through Facebook, I think, and just said, hey, I hear there's a finger attachment improvement, can you send it out to me? And they did. Which basically just put like a rubber washer over the top of each finger joint, and that just made it all fine. So yeah, I didn't have any problems with that afterwards. Eric says watch Fix on his X-Wing, then watch Chris. Yeah, Fox is a bit behind me on that for some reason, because he's getting it for free basically. Because they contacted him and said, hey, do you want to do it? That's what happens when you have 20,000 subscribers. But yeah, I should be getting an X-Wing pack. It was shipped the day before the Terminator pack, which came yesterday. But obviously post at the moment is all over the place, so there's no guarantee that I'll get it at all. It might come tomorrow, it might come middle of next week, it might come in a month. But, I can't do anything about it for a while anyway, so...
Fair enough.
Chronoman says, I may do it better, you know who I am. Yeah, this is also true. I didn't really expect you to do it better, but other people might do it better than me. So, Speed says Judgment Day would have been different if all the T-800s had loose legs and hands that didn't work properly. It would have been quite different. They pick up their gun and all of a sudden they just drop it. It's like, oh, yeah. His Chronoman's keyboard's gone strange.
Nuclear war.
Sorry, what? Eh?
Wasn't Judgment Day the actual nuclear war?
I don't know about the war. I think it's just they set off all the bombs or whatever, didn't they? It wasn't really a war as such. It just sort of happened to detonations, and then the robots were obviously not affected by radiation so much. It's been a long time since I've watched the films. The first one was just Arnie coming back and trying to kill her before she had the kid, wasn't it?
Mm.
And then you got the hydraulic press squished him, but the arm survived. Then the second one was the metal one coming back and Arnie being a good guy to protect John.
Yes.
And then they all died in fire. And the third one was the one that nobody really likes. Something to do with a lady robot.
Oh yeah. And then wasn't the fourth one the one? Oh god, Christian Bale.
Was that the fourth one? Yeah, and I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't Genesis, was it? That was the one that was after.
I can't remember. I lose track, and there's been like about another two, I think, since.
I think so, yeah. The most recent one, Dark Fate, I haven't seen yet. Genesis was the one that had all time travel in it, wasn't it? It sort of rebooted bits because they went back to somewhere.
And then John Connor became a Terminator, and it was all weird. And I'm going, all right, I've completely lost the plot now.
Yeah, sounds about right. Tom says, what episode of Mandalorian are you up to? I haven't watched any yet. There are 3 episodes available in the UK to watch. It started last week with 2 episodes up live. There you go. And then another week's passed and they released another episode. So there's 3. I think there's 10 in total, isn't there?
I think there's only 8 in total.
Is it? I don't know. I thought it was 10, but it might only be 8. But yeah, and I'm not going to bother watching 2 or 3 episodes and then have to wait a week for another one and wait for another one. I did that with Picard and I didn't like it so much that I've got out of the episodic TV weekly viewing thing.
Yeah, I did that with Picard. I watched 3 at a time.
Oh, there are 8 apparently, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Picard was a bit of a shitty ending. I thought it was a bit crappy.
Spid likes the new one. It's fun. Is that the Terminator one that you like? I'd say I haven't seen it yet, but Tom says 8. I couldn't wait. He said, I better get on it. Yeah, I don't want to watch 3 episodes and then have to wait around for another 5 weeks for watching some more. I'd rather get on with the stuff that I'm watching at the moment and then worry about other things further down the line. I can start a new one and watch, all 8 episodes in a couple of days, especially if I'm sitting at home. Then, yeah. Quino says Dark Fate is good when old Carl, the T-800, shows up. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. No spoilers. So it says yes, Dark Fate.
I feel bad. I only got around to watching Star Wars
But
the other day.
The film.
Yeah, the latest one.
Oh, not the first one. Sorry, when you said I've only just got around to watching Star Wars, I had visions of you sitting down and watching A New Hope for the first time.
Oh, no, I really need to do that. I like to periodically, every few years, just refresh myself on the series, on the movies.
Yeah, the Skywalker one, the last one. Yeah, I saw it at the cinema. It's coming out soon around here, isn't it?
16th this month?
This month.
I thought
DVD, Blu-ray release.
Yeah, I think it's 16th this month.
Speed's saying Carly's cool, very funny. Stop talking about it. I have to block you because I haven't seen it. No spoilers. Spoilers are not a good thing. Keep the spoilers to yourself. Basically says I did not enjoy Dark Fate. So you've got the whole gamut of emotions from it was funny to I didn't like it to I haven't seen it yet. I did like Carl though. Stop it. No, people talking about films that I haven't seen yet. It's not allowed. I know it's not a new film anymore, is it? It's yeah. Is it on anything that I can watch for free yet? Oh, I've got to buy it. Is it on? It's not on Prime or Netflix or anything yet, is it? And it's not Disney, so it won't be on that.
Definitely not Disney.
Well, Disney seem to have everything else. There's so many things on Disney. It's ridiculous. Except they haven't got, as I've been watching through the old Marvel films, they mention the Hulk film, but they don't have the Hulk films.
No.
They don't have the Spider-Man films either.
No.
And I can understand the Spider-Man films, but the Hulk films I thought were part
which
of
ones? The original ones or the second original ones?
the second original ones.
Uh,
The ones that are considered to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but aren't. But they're not. But yeah. Tom says Netflix disc. I don't know what that is. We don't have Netflix discs over here. We've got Netflix, which is the streaming thing, and that's it. Or you can buy it on a disc. There's no Netflix disc return thing. There used to be, didn't there? They used to do that.
Yeah, they used to do something like that with Blockbuster at one point.
Yeah.
That would have been.
I do remember like Netflix machines appearing in like Tesco's and things, where you got the box out and half the time it had a cardboard cutout off the disc in it because the last person hadn't returned it.
I used to have a love film where you rent so many films by post. And you paid a monthly and they'd send you so many DVDs and then you send them back.
Yeah.
They'd renew them.
Conan was telling me I need balloons because Carl said so. I don't know. Stop talking about Carl. The only Carl I know is is he one of the minions, isn't he? Carl? Probably.
I'm not sure.
Ah, dear. So, anything else happening in the chat? What about time and telly then? We've done a bit of that. So, what time is it where you are? What time zone are you in? And what have you been watching on the telly, Netflix, YouTube, whatever, Real Telly, Disney Plus, whatever else, anything else happening? How are you all doing there then? I have been still watching through Smallville, one of the old series that I've now caught up with the ones that I'd already watched years ago, and the ones that I'm watching now are new to me, so I'm paying a bit more attention to them while I'm watching.
What's that one?
Smallville. It's series 5 or 6 that I'm watching now. So
On
it's all on Prime, on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I've just started to watch that Picard.
Picard, I've watched and enjoyed. Yes, I didn't enjoy watching it one week at a time. I watched each episode on the Friday that it was released in the UK and enjoyed it, but I think I would have enjoyed it more binge watching it over the course of 2 or 3 days rather than 10 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I plan to do.
So yes, get down and watch that. Tom says, I get 2 ICS and many times they have more selection for rental than streaming. Okay, yeah. It's all to do with licensing and stuff, isn't it? So yeah. The second original Spideys were the Sony ones. That was actually the third original Spidey ones, wasn't it? There was Spider-Man, and then the Amazing Spider-Man, and then the whole Home series, the Homecoming and Far From Home, and the third one that's going to be, I don't know if it's made at the moment, it's going to be Made at Home or Locked In at Home or something, but it's probably not going to be called that. But if it's called that, I want copyright material for that, because yeah. I think they're kind of owned by Sony because they had a 3-movie. Yeah, I think they are. As he says, the Tom Holland Marvelous ones are the third. Yeah. Right, Raging Bassist. Same time as 9:15. Been watching season 1 of Critical Role, the 90s Spider-Man cartoon on Disney Plus. I can't bring myself to watch the old cartoons because I think I'm going to be disappointed with remembering them better than they actually are. But yeah, Critical Role I've seen a bit of, and it just doesn't. It's not my thing. Tom, Battlestar Galactica, streaming on Sci-Fi, and it's 3:47 p.m. About to sign up
The
CBS.
original or the new series? Well, the original, the remake.
It's probably going to be the remake because the original you can watch in an afternoon. because there's only like 13 episodes of it or something. It's ridiculous. And the remake was like 5 seasons.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
there were more to the original series.
I don't think there was. I think everyone remembers more episodes of the original things than there really are. Kind of man is watching Star Wars Clone Wars on Disney Plus. Spider-Man Home Alone. Yeah, no, Home Alone would be different. That'd be him swinging paintpots into villains' heads, and that'd be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Through Glue, gonna watch some Little and Larger on YouTube later. Oh, because Eddie Large died today. Yes, or yesterday, or sometime.
Oh.
Yeah, Eddie Large passed. So, yeah. I don't think it was corona related, but it might well be because everything is now. So,
There it was. Yeah, he was already in hospital with heart failure.
yeah,
And then he got coronavirus and his body just shut down. Couldn't deal with it with the pneumonia.
yeah. I mean, a lot of the people that have died sadly with corona has been underlying conditions that are really the things that are getting them, but the corona's made it obviously worse and care and things. But yeah. Not good. Apparently, I will not be disappointed. It's great. Same with the X-Men, the old cartoons that are apparently still good. So yeah, I'm sure I'll get around to them, especially if we're locked up for weeks. Tom says it is the newer Battlestar Galactica he's been watching. Jamie, same time, waiting for Warbird Workshop on the TV channel yesterday at 9. You were waiting for it yesterday. What was it? I don't know. But I don't know what the Warbird Workshop is. Is it model making thing, or is it about old planes? Raging Basis says all Battlestar is amazing. Yeah, it is, but it also isn't. Have you watched the Battlestar 1980s? Because that wasn't amazing. That was the flying bikes and they were like some sort of Boy Scout leaders, and it really wasn't. You remember it, but then you watch it again recently and it isn't. So I'm a little bit worried about your recommendations of the old cartoons now, because you told me that all Battlestar is amazing and it really wasn't. So Eric has just been spending his time watching YouTube live streams at 10 to 4 in the afternoon. Battlestar had weird seasons like 4.5. Yeah, was that the writer's strike? Was that when Battlestar was being made? All of Hollywood had that writer's strike that went on for like 9 months. So all TV series got either really short or went strange and just missed out bits.
Yeah, they broke, I think, series 4. Like the first part was released about a year before the second part.
Yeah, something like that.
Like
It was, yeah, very strange. You had sequel for the original Battlestar Galactica in 1980. There you go. That's the one with the flying bikes and invisible vipers that landed on the planet. Yeah, very strange. I said chocolate velociraptor. I did. That's the name that Fox has coined for the thing that we might get demonetized if we mention it, but probably not. So yeah, it's just safer. Chocolate velociraptor 19. Tom's been afraid to watch that since he tried the original and couldn't make it through. What were we talking about there? Was that still Battlestar? What? I forgot. That was minutes ago, and I've read other comments out since then, so apologies, but I've forgotten what we were talking about. Jamie says a program about restoring old warplanes. There you go. I was half right, mostly about it. Apparently, Battlestar Galactica 1980 is amazing because it's rubbish. Yeah, I don't think those two things necessarily go together very well. Battle of the Planets was an awesome cartoon. It was, but I don't know that it is anymore. If you watch it again now, it might be lacking. Spruglu says Super Ted as well. So yeah.
Cool.
Thundercats. That was an amazing cartoon. I liked that when I was young. They've remade it, and it looks horrible. Just have a Google new Thundercats or whatever it is, and it's the art style has gone from normal cartoon, sort of realistic cartoon, to 5-year-old drawing cartoons. I don't get it. It's
Which
just very
one?
strange.
I think there's actually been 2 remakes of the Thundercats. There's like an anime version, and then there was another version.
I mean, I don't know if it's not. I don't think it's anime. The thing I'm thinking of, it's animated, but it's very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Candygram says Battle of the Planets was really good. Of course, when it ran in the US, it was changed substantially, but we still loved it. Was it? I didn't see the American version, so I don't know what was different. Or well, you might not know what was different because you wouldn't have seen the other version. It was the young kids that had wingsuit things, and did they have individual planes that went together to become one giant thing, or was that different? I'm probably mixing up several different cartoons in one.
No, I think there was a big. There was a mech thing, as far as I remember.
They sort of joined up, and yeah,
It was
and
like
there was an annoying robot thing.
Or 4. Because they did a remake of the. Oh, God. Oh, the one they brought the Lego kit out of, and I really can't remember the name of it. It had the tigers that turned into a big robot.
I don't know. It's going to annoy everybody now because nobody remembers it. Tom says it's not the same beast at all now. It's Thundercats Raw, and yeah, it's that might be the one that I've seen bits of, and it's just no. Even seeing a still of it, it was like no, just no. Take it away. Yeah. I'm not normally one to do the whole you've ruined it, you've ruined my childhood, take away your new remake of it. But that one, yeah, you didn't need to remake that at all. Just stop it.
Yeah, it's Voltron.
Voltron, was it? The name sounds familiar, but I can't place it as Battle of the Planets.
They've remade a lot of the old cartoon series as of late. They did like they did one a while back with a remake of like an anime version of Iron Man and Wolverine and such stuff.
All right.
Went to town in a lot of the series, and to be honest, I thought they were a little bit rubbish.
Phil Kett says Battle of the Planets was based on the anime Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. A lot was cut from that, though, as it wasn't suitable for UK audiences. And Dan Kramer says the Seven's Arc 7, that was it, that was the name of the annoying robot, was the US-UK version of Battle of the Planets. The original is called Gatchaman in Japan. Yeah. She-Ra, recently they've remade, apparently. I haven't seen any of that. Dan says, my wife and I had the whole Gatchaman series on DVD. Was it called Gatchaman, was it? And we just changed it to Battle of the Planets when we had to redub it. Very strange. I understand why things have to be redone in different languages, because you can't expect kids to watch a cartoon and subtitles. Or even most adults probably wouldn't watch it with subtitles. But I don't get the changing of characters and things, because it makes it different. I don't know. Timber says, hi all, not animation, but remember the bonkers Japanese show Monkey? I do indeed. That was the one where he summoned a cloud by going... And yeah. I do remember Monkey, yep. Speed's going to have to look for Gatchaman, he didn't know that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he had he could summon that flying cloud. He had a stick that he fought with. He had a friend that was like half pig or something.
Yeah, Pigsy.
Yeah, it was a pig god.
And yeah, I vaguely remember there being a third character somewhere around it, but I don't know what it was.
There was the priest, there was Monkey, there was the pig person, and then there was another bloke. I can't remember his name, but there was 4 of them.
Yeah. And a girl as well, yeah, some sort of high, I don't know.
Monkey magic, says Spid. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Steve, the other Steve's here, Cynical Steve. Good evening. Evening. Then the chat jumped massively. Everyone's typing at once. Spid says, amazing. Then the very violent water margin. I don't know. Not sure about that. Yes, it does. I never thought of that. I don't know what that was in relation to either. I'll have to scroll back up and see.
I'm almost
more pony feels to the animation.
Well.
The original was all on Earth. There we go. Spid says, Sandy, Pigsy and Tripitaka. And Monkey, obviously, was the main dude. I can picture him now. I can picture the head. The guy who played Wilbur in Mr. Ed was the voice of the annoying robot 7 Zark 7. Cynical Steve just spent the last hour struggling with chat, was typing, but getting error messages. Oh, sorry to hear that. Other people haven't had any trouble. Or at least if they have had trouble, they haven't told us about it. But then they probably couldn't.
Probably couldn't tell us.
Good memory, SpidQA. I bet it wasn't memory. I bet he Googled it. Own up, Spid. Did you Google it or did you know it? Come on. Tell us the truth. We'll know if you lie.
Google this, right?
Oh dear. Yeah. Monkey was strange and amusing, but I've got no memory as to any episodes or.
The remake actually is quite good.
I think to watch the original, you had to be smoking a bit of the old funny stuff. I think.
Spid says he loved Monkey, used to rush in to watch it as a kid, and he genuinely knew it. Do we believe him? I probably do, actually.
Yeah, if
I
it
think
comes
it's
to
likely.
Spid, I'm going to go with it probably does.
Yeah. If it was anyone else, then we think you're probably lying, but no, we give you that one. Yeah, I've got no memory of any episodes or any particular bad. If it was always the same bad guy that he was up against, or if it was a monster of the week, or I can't remember.
I think it was various tasks because they had to go around and do tasks for the gods or something to redeem themselves.
Oh, right.
That sounds better.
Something like that.
So it was this week we've got to recover this dagger, or
Well, yeah, this week we help out this person or something like that.
Cynical Steve. I used to like the water margin. Some of the same actors from Monkey in it, but a little less tongue in cheek. Okay, is it the same? Obviously the same universe, but different. But I've got no memory of that one at all. Unless I'm remembering half of that and half Monkey, it's entirely possible. I can't even think of how the Monkey music used to go. So.
I can, but I'm not singing it for.
Monkey was the very first time I'd seen someone peeing on TV in the pilot episode. I've got no memory of that either, but I don't doubt that it happened. It's the sort of show that it probably did.
That would happen.
Water Margin was all about Japanese samurais cutting heads off. Okay. Sure you get a bit bored about that after the third or fourth episode. Born in an egg on a mountaintop. Yeah, I vaguely remember bits of it, but I say not an entire thing. Or was that the first line of the theme tune? I don't. Did it have a theme tune, or did it just have music? Monkey was being cheeky to Buddha and peed on a column while in heaven, with Buddha talking to him, and I assume then he got sent back down to Earth and only allowed to use a little bit of magic occasionally with clouds and stuff. You make a point of watching people pee on TVs. I don't think you mean to pee on TVs. I think it's on TV people are peeing. I don't know that that's better, but it's probably safer because if you pee on a TV, the chance of electrocution is probably quite high. Don't pee on your TV, people, and wash your hands. That's when he got the band around his head, which could tighten and keep him in line. Oh, right, that was what that was for, was it? I thought it was some sort of just jewellery thing, but it was a torture device. Okay. Actually, now you mention that, I do remember something about him having head pain and something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the gods were keeping an eye on him, and when he stepped out of line, they squashed his brain. Sounds realistic. Yep. Right. Anything else to talk about, or should we call it a night this evening? Because
So I've been fairly focused on other stuff, so I apologise.
yeah, you're happy going on for as long as you like, because you're not. Oh, I get it now. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'd like to give these public service announcements from time to time and keep everybody interested. Does anyone remember the animated series Mighty Max? I think it was that what it's called. Had a full-winged Camaro that could fly.
I vaguely remember something about it, but I don't actually really remember it that well.
Yeah. No idea. Spid says they were on a quest from Buddha to take Tripitaka across China for something, but I don't remember exactly what. Was it an escort mission sort of thing then, or yeah? Steve says, I spent an hour getting here and you're calling it God damn it. It wasn't particularly because you turned up, but, you know, we've done all the interesting stuff before. You missed it. Tom says, night all, wash your hands often. Stay healthy out there. Yeah, stay indoors. Yes, so we'll wrap it up because it's that sort of time again. So I shall get rid of Jerry first because he's been doing other stuff anyway. So thanks for joining me, Jerry. It's much appreciated.
Thanks very much. Have a lovely evening.
Stay safe, stay indoors and stuff, and keep in touch. And we'll see you again another time. Steve, thank you for coming in. It's good to catch up with you. I haven't seen you for a while, so nice to see you still staying safe and keeping yourself busy.
Yeah, thanks.
As much as normal, you know. So thank you very much. I'll get rid of you as well.
Bye.
And then there was me. Thank you all for coming along and joining me. As ever, it's Thursday. Anything goes. I shall be back doing the same again next Thursday. We'll see who comes in and joins me, if anyone. If nobody joins me for a bit, then I'll chuck the doors out to everybody and have an impromptu evening with everyone. But until then, tomorrow morning there is another Terminator video going live on this channel. And that's Friday, yes. And tomorrow late morning at 11 a.m, not p.m, 11 a.m, just before lunch, I'm going to be doing some more Lego, as I did mention. So stick around for that. I'll watch that, you know, come and join the chat and keep me entertained while I'm putting little plastic bits together. Then Sunday we've got the whole day of Colin's brunch, and then Fox's Warhammer at 3 and my Warhamster at 8, where I shall be continuing whatever it was I've been doing. Oh, the Orc thingy, battle wagon thing. Still building, and then we'll be doing some painting of that. Actually, I don't need my earpiece in anymore because there's nobody else here. Well, they're still here, but you know, I'll talk to them in a minute. So that's Sunday. Monday we're back with eModels. They're still open, they're still trading, they're still sending things out through the post. So if you do need any model making supplies, pop across to emodels.co.uk where you can find them, and they'll might take a little bit longer to send out than normal, but they'll deal with you and send you out stuff. Then we're back through the week. I'll probably do another nano thing Tuesday, Wednesday-ish at some point, with, you know, where I can squeeze something in, we'll figure it out. Thursday, back here with the gang. As I'm at home, you know, there's not much going on. As I am at home, not working, if you would like to help me out massively, the channel, you can become a patron. I'll put the link in the chat there. Oh, I've got banners. I forgot all about banners. I've been doing stuff. I didn't look. We did Time and Telly earlier. There you go. I have, as I said, a patron page where you can come along and support me with a small amount per month. I know nobody's got any money at the moment, but you know, if you want to pop along and have a look, you can always do that. You can also join the Facebook group. I've got a button for that as well, where you can post up your pictures, and that gives me more things to talk about on a Thursday when I go through the gallery and see what people have been posting up there during the week. So other than that, stay safe, stay indoors, keep your hands washing things going on, and don't go out unless you absolutely need to. And good night all, have fun. I'll click on me exit music, and that's pretty much all of it really. See you soon, stay safe, and keep yourselves occupied. Keep your hands and mind busy, because that's the most important thing. See you soon. Good night.